So a
And by the way,
non-anxious presence.
on a lot of angles, I heard somebody in the media, one of these morning kind of, group chit chats, is equating the eclipse to climate change. That somehow climate change was to blame for the eclipse. Yeah,
No.
yeah, oh yeah, and the cicadas coming out is all climate, and you're like, I think you just make like you're connecting things that aren't connected. But I think that's, when you live in a world that seems complicated, it's hard to make sense of it. You start connecting things that aren't really connecting. You're looking for patterns. You're seeing patterns that aren't really there. It's a form of kind of the conspiracy theory of, oh, this explains all these disconnected.
Well, and you can't know anything for sure.
Yeah.
And there's a real feeling of that out there now. It's like, well, the eclipse is the end of the world. I don't think it is. Well, we'll never know.
Well, we will, because the world's not going to end immediately after the eclipse. And then we'll
have to agree to disagree.
I've heard it both ways.
I've heard it both ways. No. So I think the coach is a non-anxious presence with their client. I think the coach has to be the non-anxious presence with the client to help them sort out, to not dismiss their feelings, but you talk about feelings as being signals, and like, what are the signals telling you? Where's that coming from? A non-anxious presence definitely wants accuracy of what the danger really is. And the knowledge of that's where the treasure is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I know with some of my clients, one of my strategies is to get them to, or at least invite them to reframe things. So sometimes the picture that of the world they have is so complicated and not necessarily scary, because it's not fear inducing, but it might be anxiety or that kind of idea of I need to get more in control. The frame that they're using is just too big. And by too big, I mean, you get this sort of panoramic, picture that you're trying to take it all in all at the same time.
Yeah.
The human eyeball is actually an extension of the brain. Like if they show these like MRI, whatevers, and it's like, oh, that's actually brain. You're perceiving the world through your eyes, and it's designed to focus. It is not designed to take everything in all at once.
It's not a pano.
It's not. Your phone can do a panoramic.
Yes.
But you cannot. You cannot constantly be so vigilant that you see everything, like an owl who just keeps pivoting, 359 degrees back and forth all the time. I don't know exactly what hell is like, but it'd probably be a lot like that.